everyone. Welcome to True Life Dream Team Chat on a Tuesday. I'm Brianna Engel, Superstar Director of Scented Dreamers.
And I'm Alex Erickson, Star Director of True Life. I'm a Dream Chaser. We're so happy you're here.
Yes, so happy. So we took like a little break last week, took the week off, and now we are back fired up and super pumped about this topic. Like really pumped. When we saw that this was the topic, we're like, we got this, we can do this. And it is literally the perfect time to be having this conversation. Because it's summertime, because business is like weird in a sense. And so we really want to get to what is going to work for us as consultants, us as moms, us as business people. Like, how can we make Scentsy work for us and we be productive in the time that we do have, okay? Specifically summertime, okay? Because summer is wild. So the topic is, how do we work our business in 30-minute increments, right? So whether that's working our business 30 minutes a day or working our business 30 minutes during the day when we have it, right? Maybe it's multiple 30 minutes or literally all we have is 30 minutes today. What am I doing? Okay. So we're going to dive right in. Obviously, I said the reason that this topic is such a powerful one for this time is because summertime is crazy. Like, your kids are home with you all the time. My kids are home with me all the time. And it is just like constantly like
entertaining, feeding.
All the feeding, okay?
All the
snacks.
plans.
Yeah, all the plans, going places, swimming, doing this, birthday parties, visiting people coming to visit me, like all the stuff. And it's just like, it's a lot, right? So, but I want to make my business a priority, but I need to be able to utilize the time that I have, right? And so again, specifically speaking to the summer months, we still need to be consistent with our business. And Alex, you've touched on this before about being consistent looks different for people, and being consistent doesn't mean, spending 7 hours in your office every single day or working Scentsy every single day. It means being consistent, doing the repetitive same thing with what you have, doing what you can with what you have on a consistent basis.
Yes.
Okay. So for the summertime, if you can commit 30 minutes to your business every single day, you're going to find that your business will continue to sustain, if not grow. And we're going to talk about kind of like managing, what does that look like between staying consistent and like growing, because what we want you to do is like do income producing activities. And we're going to talk about that. But where was I going with that? So where was I going with that? I forgot. Anyways, so that's what, so working your business in 30-minute increments and staying consistent with it. So if you can carve out either 30 minutes a day, and maybe you just say, I only have 30 minutes a day. Okay, I'm going to commit to that. And then you have an extra 30 minutes pop up, great. Then you can fill it in with the income producing activities that you know that you need to get done, or other things. Again, we'll talk about that. But committing to 30 minutes, everybody can commit to 30 minutes a day, right? I spend a combined total of 30 minutes in the bathroom daily. Okay. TMI, but true, right? I mean, we all have something that we're doing where we could be utilizing our hands or our mouths and doing something for 30 minutes that benefits our business.
Absolutely.
Okay. So some examples of that, like I just said, like TMI, bathroom. Okay. When you're in the bathroom, my husband hates this, but like, I'm like scheduling posts in the bathroom.
For sure. I mean, it's like the perfect time.
Right. Like I literally can't go anywhere right now. So I might as well make use of my time.
Mm-hmm.
I know for you, you go to the pool with your kids. So sitting, watching your kids, following up with people, like that's the perfect time to do that. Right. At night, I like to wind down. I like to watch a couple shows, whatever, sit on the couch, lay in my bed. What am I doing? I feel the need to be productive in a way. And so I'll get on my phone and I'll start scheduling posts, or I'll follow up with people. Even during the day, yesterday, I took like 7 breaks because I was feeling super fatigued and just not in the mood to be productive, but I still was in the moments where I was resting. I was laying on the couch, literally like following up with people. Okay. So take those moments where you find them this summer. So if you're shuffling kids back and forth to school, or not to school, to practice, right? All these football or whatever is getting started, basketball, things like that. When you're sitting waiting for them to do practice, hit up a follow-up. Okay. Schedule some posts. open some shopping links for people, right? In those little pockets of time. If you're the passenger in the car on a road trip, you have plenty of time.
Yep.
Unless you're like me and you get car sick, then I don't recommend. So during the summer, even when it's super busy, we can still find time for our business and making sure that we're staying consistent with what matters. Okay. So I kind of already talked about this, but if you can do that, which I feel like everybody can, okay, everybody can commit, 30 minutes. If you are awake, let's say you wake up at 7 a.m. and you go to bed at 10 p.m., that's 15 hours, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's not my
I'm
strong
impressed.
suit. So that's 15 hours that you are awake during the day. Okay. If you tell me you do not have 30 minutes to pick up your phone and do something income producing, I'm gonna ask you to please slow down before you have a heart attack, because that's not healthy for you. You need to slow down. You need to have a moment of rest. And I would even say just like go take a nap.
Yeah.
But seriously, you can find a pocket of 30 minutes. If you're like,
For sure.
no, my self-care is like watching Netflix. That's fine. Watching your favorite show on TV during the commercial breaks, don't fast forward, do some follow-ups.
For sure. And that's one thing I love to do on a commercial.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me go see if I can schedule 2 posts.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And like it adds up.
Yep. So if you can work your business 30 minutes a day all summer long, at least 30 minutes a day, okay, 5 days a week for 30 minutes all summer, with weekends sparingly adding some more time. Or maybe it's not weekends. Maybe you say, I can work my business 30 minutes a day, Thursday through Sunday, or Wednesday through Sunday. And then Monday and Tuesday, I'm doing more, right? Because to me, packaging orders takes longer than 30 minutes. Writing thank you notes takes longer than 30 minutes. Doing my email takes longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So it would take me 2 or 3 days to get my email done if I only did 30 minutes. So sometimes this business, even during the summer, even during your busy time, you might have to stay up an hour later to get some things done, right? If you want your business to level up, if you want your business to be all that you've dreamed it to be, as far as making really amazing paychecks, or promoting to superstar director, or retiring yourself or your husband, or buying a house. If you want Scentsy to be that, then you have to commit your business with more time. Okay. And so 30 minutes a day, in my personal opinion, if you want $10,000 paychecks and you want a really large team and you want to buy a house next year and all this stuff, 30 minutes a day isn't going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. But 30 minutes consistently for a few days during the summer, and then adding in a couple hours on the other days, will maintain you, right? It maintains your systems. It maintains your relationships with your customers. Okay. And so, yeah, there are a couple of days where I'm in my office 4 or 5 hours a day total, right? Not at a time, but total. I'm working in my office because I'm doing things that take more than just the 30 minutes. But on those any other given days where I'm out with my family, on Saturday, we went to the museum and we went to breakfast with the kids, and we were doing all these things with the kids in the car rides. While we're walking, I'm like filling my pockets of time with my business so that I stay head in the game and my goals stay on track, right? I'm all about self-care. I'm all about taking time off. You're going on vacation, put your phone down, schedule your posts beforehand. Don't be glued to your phone while you're on vacation with your family. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying in the busyness of your life, while you're doing all the crazy things, and it's a Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever. If during the fall and winter you would be working your business, then you need to fill your summer with the 30-minute pockets of time that you have and work your business consistently there too.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to tell people, like, I have some work to do. Like, my kids know, like, sometimes like mom has to sit in her office and get some work done. And you know what? That's part of it. That's just part of having the entrepreneur spirit. Is sometimes you do have to put in the sweat equity and do some work. So while I am a huge advocate of 30-minute little bumps of work, I also think it is important that sometimes you got to piggyback them and do an hour here or an hour there. And they call those power hours. And I think those are just as valuable as well.
Yep. And you know what? The person who I have to tell most to is my husband at night when I'm like, hey, I know you want to get in bed and watch TV together or whatever. I am going to go to my office and I'm going to work for 1 hour. I will be back in 1 hour. You watch your show. I'll be right back. But I've got to do some stuff.
Yep.
Okay. And he understands. We understand. It's that communication. It's that understanding. And it's what's going to help get you to wherever you want to be. Norma, to answer your question, yes, sometimes I do send messages after 5 or 6 because I know people are busy during the day.
Yep.
And that's when they'll see them. And if they can't respond, they won't respond.
Yep.
Period. Okay. So yeah. So like I said, you still need to carve out time slots for activities that take longer. And Alex is going to talk about what your income producing activities are, but then what other activities you can be doing that aren't so income producing, but are productive for your business.
Yes.
Okay. So,
okay.
All you, girl.
So when we're talking about specific tasks that you can be doing, there's a ton. Okay. There's a ton of different ways to work your business. No two people work their business the same. And I think this is really where it's important, where you look at your business as a whole and you say, like, what do I do on a regular basis in my business? These are called systems. They make your business run efficiently. They give you direction and order. When you don't know what exactly you should be doing, you look at your systems and you say, okay, have I done this? Have I done this? Have I done that? Okay. Makes your business streamlined. And I love it. Okay. Mm-hmm. I've been through points in my business where I'm like, what is that expression? Flying by the seat of my pants. Yep. Okay. And
I don't understand.
It doesn't feel good neither. I feel like it doesn't make much sense, but I'm rolling with the expression. It doesn't feel good to just be like winging it all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. And there are still some times now where I'm like, okay, Alex, like focus here. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. And so when we're talking about little bursts of time that you can spend in your business, 30 minutes, I think it's important to start with those income producing activities. Like that means that when you do them, it gives you a direct boost to your income.
Yeah.
Okay. So my first one is following up. Okay. And we've talked about following up so much lately. We've gotten very passionate about it. We've really dived into how important it is to follow up. And I'm just going to reiterate that one-on-one conversation with your customers is paramount. Okay. You have to do it. You have to check in with your customers, even if they don't reply, even if they don't order right away, even if you don't even know that they saw the message. It is so important that you are taking your time to reach out to your customers.
And not even just follow up, check in.
Yes.
Check in with your customers. Two things I want to add to that real fast. One, today I sent out like 3 or 4 different messages to a couple of my really good customers who like just got an order from me or whatever. And I didn't necessarily need to like follow up with them because I knew they loved their stuff because I get it every month. But what I did is I just sent them a message and I was like, hey, I just want you to know that like I super appreciate you in my business. And it means so much to me. Like you literally help pay my mortgage.
Yeah.
And both of their responses was like, you make it so easy to want everything. You're so good at what you do. And obviously that's like a huge compliment to me. But like I was in my head, I'm thinking, okay, this is a really good customer. If you have really good customers in your business, you need to not just be following up with them. I mean, this goes across the board, but like you need to check in and show gratitude on multiple different levels because you can't say thank you enough, right? You can't express gratitude enough. That's just not possible. Totally. You can't say thank you enough. So, and then the other thing is I watched a video that Chloe did like a week or 2 ago, and she got like really emotional because she had a customer who she was really close with, lived down the street from her, and she had sent her a message like 2 nights before about her order, and they were like chit-chatting back and forth, and she like checked in on her, and then this is a little bit of a trigger warning, but that customer committed suicide.
Oh wow.
And like she had just checked in with that customer and like just talked to her, and let me just say, like, the power of the relationships that you have a hand in, it goes far beyond Scentsy.
For sure.
Right? So follow up for business purposes is so important. It's paramount. It's key. We need to be doing it, but also recognize that you are nurturing relationships, and to put that up there with it too.
For sure.
Do not forget the connections that make that business relationship what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, following up, connecting.
Yeah, absolutely. Because people are shopping with you. Oh my gosh. People are shopping with you because of how you make them feel, how you connect with them. People shop with you because they're connected with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Something you said, something you posted, something they can relate to, some value that you give. That's where people connect with you. And that's why they shop with you. And so you're right. You can't say thank you enough. Yeah. There's never enough gratitude shared. You can always share it. And I promise you, it makes your customers feel just as good hearing how thankful you are as it makes you feel receiving their orders or referrals or things like that.
100%.
They love to know that it really does make a difference.
Yeah.
It makes it more valuable for them because they know what they're supporting. Yep. And so that's a really great point. Okay. I don't want you guys to be afraid to message your customers because you're afraid that you're bothering them or that they just ordered 3 weeks ago. Okay. We should pride ourselves on our customer service, and our customer service includes the conversations that we have with our customers.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not just packaging an order pretty or sending the fun mail. It's them seeing a message from you on their phone.
It's customer service.
Yes.
Like, it's customer service at its core. At its core.
Yep.
100%. I mean, literally, since I've started door dashing and Instacart, I literally, as soon as they leave the door, your order was just dropped off. How did you like it? An hour later, can you please rate?
Mm-hmm.
A week later, did you enjoy the stuff?
Yeah.
If you don't rate it, like, you continually get, they want the feedback, they want the follow-up in the same way that we want to make sure our customers are taken care of.
Yeah.
Right? Customer service, good customer service, I don't feel like can go too far. Like, there's no,
keep it coming, right?
Right. If it's good customer service, if you're not being spammy, which I don't think any of you are, right? If you're not being spammy, if you're not cold messaging people, if you're not giving them the same old,
yep.
Right? If you're being genuine, if you're being authentic to you,
building relationships,
connecting with them, following up, making sure that, like, hey, just want to make sure you're all good. You got all your stuff.
What was your favorite scent?
Yeah. What are you warming right now? Like, connecting with that, to me, that just can never go too far. I don't care how many unread messages that I get left unread. I literally messaged one of my customers like 2 weeks ago. She didn't respond. Messaged her again yesterday or the day before, and she just messaged me back. She's like, sorry, I had 73 unread messages. I'm like, girl, that stresses me out. How?
Yeah.
But she acknowledged that, like, that's just part of her life and that's what happens.
Yeah. And I'm sure she appreciated the check-ins, even if she didn't get to them right away, or even if she didn't order.
Right. 100%. So
additionally, I think following up is huge. I feel like if you, especially if you haven't done it recently, if you have 30 minutes of your time, hop on the Amy app, open up your order history tab, go a few months back and start messaging people that you have not connected with recently. Okay. Sometimes I'm in my Amy app and it's recommending all these people. It's like, okay, they just reordered. I was just texting her. Like, we were just laughing at something on Facebook. Okay. But it's those people that, like, frankly, maybe they ordered off the consultant locator and I haven't built a relationship with them yet. It's like, okay, they like are worth the minute that it's going to take for me to type up a message and send it to them.
Yep.
Okay. If it takes 1 minute to do that, in 30 minutes, you can go reach out to 30 of your customers. Okay. Again, with tips on following up, when you're following up for Scentsy and for a sale, because you have an order closing or you're working your business, I always recommend offering something. Tell them the promotion, 1 or 2 promotions going on, offer them something, right? Whether it's a free gift when they order, free shipping because you have an order closing, the whiff box because it's an amazing value, like, offer them something in your message. But I think it's so important. Okay. So that's number 1 for me. Something that you can do in 30 minutes that is absolutely income producing, because you will get sales from that and Scentsy Club, like it opens the door for so many conversations. Okay. Not even just sales, but Scentsy Club, hosting, whatever, all of it. Okay. Following up is so important. My next one, which is an income producing activity, Bree and I were talking about it a little bit earlier, and we're talking about parties, right? We're like, we would say parties, but people aren't really booking parties how they used to. And it, it's true across the board.
It's a bummer.
People are not partying how they used to since COVID. Okay. And now with the economy, the way that it is, I'm having a hard time booking parties. I've been trying and I'm having a hard time. However, what I'm not having a hard time doing is having open parties in my orders tab. Yep. So that's my income producing suggestion for you guys, is to get orders open in your orders tab. So this can be personal shopping links, a grab bag, a fundraiser, setting up a warmer in your hairstylist salon and giving her a personal shopping link, right? Anything that you can do to open up an order for someone in your order history tab is income producing. Yes. Okay. There's so many different ways to do it these days. And that's what's really cool is we've gotten so creative since COVID. Right. And there's a million different ways to still get your customers free and half off Scentsy. Okay. To still get your customers, or to still get new customers from your network of customers via referrals with shopping links, grab bags.
They see it at the salon.
Right. See it at the salon, Facebook parties, whatever. Right. There are still many opportunities to work your business.
See, Alex brought up a good point earlier when we were talking about parties and about how people aren't wanting to invite people to their home to spend money. Right. And that's true. The economy right now is hard and most of America is struggling, and so that's understandable. However, what people are open to is saving money on the things that they already are buying or want to buy. Right. And so that's where the shopping link comes into play, because if you're having a conversation with a customer or whatever, and you offer to open up a shopping link and they are regular customers who are already going to spend the money, you let them know that at a certain threshold, they can get whatever they want for a discount. Then it becomes hey, I'm doing you a favor. Like this is an offer for you as a VIP or whatever. And you're going to save money on the things that you already want to spend money on. Right. And in the same way that, that when you set up something at, like I'm setting up a warmer at my lash girl's salon next week and opening up a shopping link for her. And the thing is that she's not inviting her clients to come smell Scentsy, but they're going to be there anyways. And then it's on the clients to decide, hey, it smells really good in here. Hey, I have extra money. I can afford to purchase this Scentsy, and then it benefits us both. Right. And so there's a difference there. And it's not that people won't spend money on Scentsy, but it's absolutely the avenue in which we present it now. Yeah. It's a whole different ballgame and you have to treat it as such. So yes. Yeah. Shopping links and grab bags.
Yeah. Any way that you can set up an order for someone on the orders tab is going to benefit you in the long run. Okay. And it's going to benefit your customer as well, because they're getting the savings, they're getting the deals, right? And then it gives you another open conversation to follow up on often. Hey, just wanted to give you a heads up. Your party's at this much. You're this far from the next tier. Feel free to share it with your friends and family, or maybe post something on your social media next time you change your wax. Like, I'm sure you have people that love Scentsy as well. It gives you more opportunity to build on that. Okay.
And then joint conversations come into play.
Yep, of course. Because when you're closing out a shopping link, hey, you have a discounted kit unlocked. You would be great at it. You would still get these same types of discounts if you join. Right. So again, it just is another level of connection and trust. And that conversation one-on-one really builds. And you can't be opening up orders for people without having conversations. So I do believe that your following up can lead to then you opening up a shopping link for them.
Absolutely.
Okay? So I think these two work really hand in hand, but I want you guys to recognize that open orders in your order history tab is a direct reflection of you working your business. The more people you can talk to about it, the more you will then open, and then the more orders you'll have coming in, the more customers you'll be spoiling, the more joint conversations you'll be having. All in all, it's a really great way to be working your business. If you have 30 minutes of spare time, I absolutely recommend going to try to get some orders opened in your tab.
Go on a shopping link spree.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay. And so my next highly income producing activity we're talking about, and then I'm going to talk about some that are still productive, but maybe not income producing directly. Okay. But this one is, and this is Scentsy Club. And we talked about it a little bit already. Oh gosh. Okay. There we go.
Sorry.
We talked about it a little bit already, but Scentsy Club is a beautiful opportunity for us as consultants. It's a really awesome opportunity for our customers. It is filled with so many perks, but again, it's another money saving option that we have for our customers that gives us residual income month after month, or every few months. We are getting those reoccurring orders. They're adding to it, they're adjusting it, they're reshaping their club as they learn more about it. Okay. And it's a really awesome opportunity for us. And so for me, that's really where I'm focusing a lot on right now, is getting my customers enrolled and knowledgeable about Scentsy Club, because it's an automatic discount at 30. You get the half off credit. You're getting points towards future products off.
It's your cat, dude.
Oh my gosh.
They're meowing. Do you want me to open that door?
Could you just feed them?
Yeah.
Okay, in the pantry on the bottom shelf, there's like a thing of food.
Okay.
And there's their plate over there. They're hungry. I forgot to feed them. Okay. But Scentsy Club truly is a really awesome avenue for growth for us. And I believe that we should all be taking major advantage of this, because it is kind of like work while we're sleeping. We get that club set up and we celebrate that, and we spoil them when it launches. No, it's like a plastic on the not on the bottom, on the last shelf. You see, it's like a plastic thing with a green lid. Sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, there's like that plate over there.
Okay.
Oh, but they have food. I don't know. It's fine. Okay, whatever. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I do believe Scentsy Club to be a very high focus of mine personally, because I see the result. I've had almost 1,000 PRV this month alone on Scentsy Club orders, because I've worked really hard on getting them subscribed, because I recognize if I can have this every 3 months, because this is when a lot of my people who do 3-month clubs process, if I can get this every 3 months, almost 1,000 PRV from Scentsy Club, that's incredible. Okay. I'm super proud of that. And if it just keeps growing, I just imagine how amazing my personal business can look years from now because of Scentsy Club. I can't recommend it enough. I think Scentsy Club will totally give you a pep in your step to keep working your business, because it's a really awesome feeling having Scentsy Club subscribers. And so that to me is a huge main focus when you have some time to work your business. Okay, is work on informing your customers of Scentsy Club, offering Scentsy Club to them, sharing the deals that they can get with Scentsy Club. Huge. Okay. Okay, so those are like the main 3 ones that I think, like, if you have 30 minutes and you haven't done these things in a while, this is what you need to do. You need to follow up, you need to get some parties opened, and you need to talk about Scentsy Club. Okay. And to me, all that is mostly done one-on-one. You might throw up a post offering it on social media, or, you might talk about it in your stories and things like that. And that's great. And you should, but a lot of that is going to come from one-on-one conversation. Okay. So I can't recommend talking to your customers enough, especially in those 30 minutes. Okay. But there's also tasks that you can do that really benefit your business, even though you're not getting a sale from it right away. Okay. Some things like that is taking pictures when it's a really sunny day, or you're changing your wax, or your home is clean, or you're using a Scentsy product. You need to be taking some pictures. Okay. Taking pictures allows you to have content to talk about later, and you sell what you use, you sell what you love. And so if it's in your house and you're using it on a regular basis, you can share that passionately and come across as extremely genuine because you love it, you use it, you recommend it, and you're talking about it. Okay. I think taking pictures is a really great use of your time. Okay. Especially if it's just 30 minutes, if it's just 30 minutes where your house is clean and you're about to go change your wax, like, you can go on a photo shoot with a lot of different products.
You can take a lot of pictures in 30 minutes.
Yes, you can. And you don't have to do something with them right away. They're just in your bank of photos. So when you have an additional 30 minutes, you can do something with them. Okay. Which is my next tip for you guys, is scheduling posts, or creating a content calendar, either scheduling posts or creating content, where sometimes I look on my calendar, it's like at a week at a time, and I write like wall fan, fragrance flower, air purifier, because it's like, that's what I want to focus on. I want to get a big product category every day. Additionally, sometimes when I'm not doing that, or sometimes I'll be sitting down looking at what I jotted down quickly, and I'm scheduling out the actual posts. Okay. Scheduling posts can be such a time saver in the long run. If you can spend 30 minutes scheduling posts, that can be every single good morning post in your VIP group for a week or a week and a half. Right? That can be every single good evening post in your VIP group for a week or a week and a half. Okay. It can take a lot of pressure off of you to be jumping in your VIP group and posting something.
Especially on those busy summer days that we're in the middle of, right? We're in the thick of it. And so it's so nice to not have to worry about, oh shoot, I got to go post something in the middle of, you know, some sport game, or when you're out with your kids or doing something, to not have to worry about, oh, do I have something scheduled? Like,
or the other side of it, where you're not posting at all because you've had a busy 3 days and you're like, oh, I haven't had time to post. And so now it's confusing for your customers. So I do recommend scheduling your post. I feel like you have to be strategic. You have to have a system or a plan on what you're going to do. It's exhausting to just wing it all the time.
It is exhausting to wing it, but also I will say that, like, I think during summer, it's okay for it to be less, and it doesn't have to be like so uniform, you know, and proper, because everybody's in the midst of a crazy schedule, right? So if you post 2 things in the morning, mid-morning, and then another one later in the afternoon, and be like, here's a picture of my kids or me and my husband, and like, we went out today and had so much fun, just got home, turning on all my warmers, like getting ready for bed, whatever, like, that's okay. That's okay, right? But just make sure that, like, you have an idea and you have a little bit of a plan, but it's okay to be flexible in that.
Definitely. Like, don't beat yourself up for not posting like 7 times a day, every hour on the hour. Like, you're fine, you know. And I would argue even in the fall and winter, like, it's fine, but it's that level of consistency, right? Like,
in the summer, commit to 3 posts a day in your VIP.
And you can easily schedule those, right? And so, and don't feel like it just needs to be all Scentsy. Certainly in the summer, I'm even scheduling pictures like, this was Tyson at basketball last night. Like, hope y'all have a great Tuesday or something, you know. It's okay to sprinkle in things that are not Scentsy. In fact, I 100% recommend it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So taking pictures, scheduling posts, I think are super important. Making samples. Now, I will say, I give out samples less and less. I feel like I do not give out as many samples as I once did. I feel like in the fall and winter, I tend to give out samples more. I don't know why that is. I think samples are good. I think,
as long as you're using them.
I think you should certainly use them. Do I think it's the most income producing activity you could do? I don't. I think that you can absolutely get way further following up, booking parties, getting Scentsy Clubbers, scheduling posts and taking pictures. I think you can get further with that than samples.
I think there's seasons. There's seasons for samples. So like right now, if you got the Bring Back My Bars, even if you didn't get all of them, if you've got 3 that you love, I would do samples of those, because what are Bring Back My Bars? Limited time only. Right. And they're favorites from long ago, where you don't know, but some of your customers might be connected to My Only Sunshine. So that sample could lead to a Scentsy Club subscription. So I think there are seasons where samples make a lot of sense. And then there's seasons where it's okay to not be bulked up on samples and like handing them out like left and right. Yeah, for sure.
But yes, with Scentsy Club, I think it is important to sample your favorites, because it's a great, did I say with Scentsy Club? With Bring Back My Bar, I think it's a really great opportunity to sample your favorites because of Scentsy Club. right?
Yeah.
I think you need to be strategic with your samples.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're just throwing them out there and hoping people are going to throw you orders, that's not how it works. Again, you get more with the connection and conversation than you do throwing out samples. So I think samples are valuable. It really, especially for new Scentsy users, I think they're great.
And but the thing is if you're gonna throw out samples, then your follow-up game needs to be on point. And like, I can tell you mine's not. Like, I put samples in and like, I just hope that they
enjoy it.
Yeah. At this point. Because I feel confident that a lot of my customers will reach out, but like, ideally, when you give out samples, you want to be following up about those samples shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
Right. And asking them about it. And so if you're just like throwing Jello to the wall and hoping it sticks, your follow-up game needs to be real good.
Yeah, for sure. And so some other things, you know, I'm thinking, delivering orders, what else? Like, what are some silly things I do, you know?
Well, making other content for social media, like reels, videos for TikTok, things like that. To me, that's, I don't know.
I think it's beneficial.
I think it's totally beneficial.
And so like the things that we're like, oh, what's silly? Like, you know, it still might be silly. And it might not give us an order right away or build a conversation right away, but it does connect and it builds your brand, which is really important.
PWS mail.
Yeah.
Making new postcards, making new flyers, making new labels, the fluff stuff, right? The things that like, yes, we do need this for our business, but is it the best use of our time? So that's why I said, if you have 5 days a week where you are hitting the ground running with your IPAs for 30 minutes a day at least, and then those other 2 days, you're like, okay, and another thing, especially during the summer, be flexible with your schedule. I understand things are busy, but do try to plan out a little bit what you're working on this week. And at the end of the week, when it comes to Saturday and you're like, okay, I'm getting ready to do my 30 minutes of making samples or taking pictures or whatever, go down the list of the things you had hoped to accomplish this week with your IPAs and make sure those are done first. And then have fun with the other things, creating new labels, doing stuff like that. Because I think that the fluff feeds back into us in a, it brings us joy.
It's more fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's necessary for our business, but it needs to be done on the flip side of your income.
And that's where it's so important that you are accountable. For your work. Right. Because it's easier to just be like, oh, I'm taking pictures today. I'm scheduling the post today, you know, but it's like, okay, but have you followed up this week? Have you like had any joint combos? Have you talked to anyone about Scentsy Club, or are you just taking pictures, scheduling posts and making reels? You know what I mean?
Katie brings up a good point.
Yeah. Networking on social media is so important too. I think that's a great use of 30 minutes. Like if you're going to be scrolling, comment on some people that just followed you, send them a message being like, oh my gosh, your page is so cute. Like your son looks about my son's age. How old is he? Like build connections with people who are reaching you and following you or engaging with you, or a friend on Facebook that maybe hasn't ordered, but whatever, build connections, right? I think that's a great point. And then I also see Tori's questions. How many times should you follow up if they're not replying to me? It's like, I don't keep a tally. And so I just follow up. Like if I see their name roll across my Amy app or my order history, my sales report, I'm going to follow up with them. So to me, it's like until they tell me to stop, but it's like, I don't necessarily follow up like every single month on the month. Like if I open up a text message and I see I just texted them 4 weeks ago and they didn't reply, I might exit that and revisit it maybe a month from now. Right. So I feel like it's like you have to use your logic there and just see what feels right. But I don't think that you're like, oh, they haven't replied 3 times, so I'm never going to follow up again. I don't think that at all.
I've had so many customers come to me after 6 months, after
even a year. Yeah.
After, you know, I will see all the messages I sent them, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, I need to place an order. It's like, where have you been? Did you lose your phone for 6 months? But it happens. People decide they don't need Scentsy right now, or and I think that people have still to this day an issue with saying no.
Yes, I agree completely. So they just rather ghost you.
Yeah, which I'm like, just tell me no.
Right.
but that's the thing. And I know that sometimes I do that too, where I'm like,
Yeah, me too.
I don't really want to say no to you, so I'll just leave you on red.
Yeah, and
it's hard.
And sometimes it's not a priority to them, and that's okay.
Yeah,
but we're gonna catch them at a time where they have the funds, they have the time to look at a website and send you a list or whatever.
And you just can't count people out.
Right.
Don't
For
count
sure.
people
Don't count people out.
Unless
you
they
just
tell you to
never
get
know.
out.
Exactly. Unless they tell you like, I'm good, or I'm
Yeah.
ordering from someone else, or I'm not interested at all. Right.
That
So
happens, Elizabeth. It's fine. It happens.
yes, it happens. Okay. So anything else? Okay. I think
Anything.
that this,
we always do this though. We always say anything else now, and then we get off,
talk
and then
for
we're
20
like,
minutes. Yeah. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. We hope that this was a good list of things to kind of get your mind in the right direction of working in little 30-minute increments. I think that's so important.